Yeah, with us we got Tomas Sala.
Yeah.
And you are the, if I'm not mistaken, the sole developer of the Falconeer.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
And so why don't you, like, for people who don't know, what is the Falconeer? What's the
Falconeer is it's an open world fantasy air combat game. So a little bit in the vein of Freelancer if you're old like me. It's fancy like something like Crimson Skies was. It's not hyper realistic in that sense.
Yeah.
You fly around, do missions, unlock storylines, explore, atop a giant bird of prey.
Hell yeah.
With a gun.
Okay. I'm into it. And you brought a demo for us
yeah,
today.
Yeah,
So
you want me to kick it off?
Yeah,
please.
Why don't we just get going, huh?
Yeah, so let's just start. So
when we were young in
we've got a little cinematic sequence. This is the narrator for the game. She'll introduce all the parts. She has her own role to play, which I won't spoil right now. If you want, I can skip that.
Yeah. Let's get
just for time. Yeah.
People want to play.
Whole demo is. Are you showing off the demo here at PAX? Yeah.
The demo is playable at PAX, definitely. So I'm unlocking a few things for you guys. So,
Gotcha.
So it's an ocean world. People live here, been living here for thousands of years, and basically the gist of it is that I was making a flying game, and it's very, I call it ascending. It's nice. You were escaping into light.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add a nice contrast to that. And the opposite of dreaming of flying is, it's dreaming of swimming somewhere where you can't see the bottom. So that's why it's an ocean world.
Interesting.
So you're on a bird, but the ocean is like your opposite sky, and all the secrets and dark lore of this world are hidden under the ocean.
Oh, fascinating.
So all the people, they know this. It's a very old world. So I'll scroll some of the locations.
Yeah.
And in the game, it's an open world, so you can fly from one location to the other. But if you start off, each location, or 5 of the locations will have a main storyline.
Okay.
And they'll explore, like a campaign, the story of this world from that faction's perspective. So you've got civilians, which are just trying to survive. And then you've got an Imperium. They're a little bit more advanced. They've got a standing army. They've got steam power. They're sort of the local rulers in this world, and it's all a little bit Napoleonic. Someone said Dishonored. I think that's a lovely vibe. Big fan of that.
Yeah.
So it's like tall ships, like not pirate ships, but really elegant, fast ships. And then the third faction you'll get to play as is the Mancer faction. So they've been around. Well, that's what she's explaining. Okay. I'll talk over it. So basically, they hoard all technologies, and they've been doing that for thousands of years. And they have no interest in political power, but they're manipulating everybody. So they'll give a king, some steam power, and if he doesn't sort of follow their rules, they'll give some machine guns to his opponent. So they've been managing societies, and they've been failing for a long time. So societies will collapse, and that's why the ocean floor is littered with wrecks and temples and stuff. And it's their failings to achieve what they want to achieve that is driving them forward. So because I like, it doesn't have one hero, so there's no hero Falconeer.
Right.
You'll step in the shoes of different people in this world who have a role as a warrior, from a mercenary to someone protecting their own small communities, to someone working for the Imperium, being a soldier, to someone from the Mancer who's trying to protect their secrets and to make sure nobody gets their hand on technologies they're not permitted to have.
Awesome.
So you can apply to have a permit for some steam power, but they need to approve that, and they'll take it away. They'll show you how to maintain it and give you some base info.
Okay.
So everybody in the world's aware this is happening, but they just have no way out. So there's this fragile power balance that, every new king or queen or empress, they're gonna look around, is there nothing at the seafloor we can use? That some fishermen, pick up something interesting. So that's how it works. And then the Mancers are going to try to be the first and make sure nobody gets their hand on whatever gets found.
Gotcha.
So those are the different perspectives on the world.
There is no denying.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's dive in and do some flying.
So birds of prey with guns.
Birds. So here's
that's
the
a very
Falcon.
cool sentence, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Someone described it. This is the game. What would have happened if Gandalf had flown into Mordor on the back of the eagle, and someone had given him some lasers?
Hell of a pitch.
I thought that was nice. I thought, hell yeah. So we're going to start off in Dunkel, which is it's a backwater. And they're falling on hard times, and they're going to have to make some hard moral choices.
Okay.
So you be part of their story. I cheated, so everybody loves you here now. Cool. This is what it looks like when you land somewhere. So you're the tiny bird on the left-hand corner that's flapping its wings. You're the rider on top of that. And we're going to play a mission a little bit at the end of their storyline.
Sure.
So they've gotten back on track, but it's not been without costs. And they've done some rather shady deals, and they've blamed some local pirates for the entire thing. So now they're going to want to take care of the pirates and sort of clean up the evidence. So that gives you a sense of the storytelling is going to be pretty bleak. You know, you might be a hero to these people, but it's not without, you know, someone else is at the other end of your boot. Usually. And then you get to play those people usually.
There's a theme in our show today of bleak settings, so...
that must be a sign of the times.
You know what?
I also think it's because we're advancing, you know, the art we're doing, especially here at PAX, that you can be critical of the world you live in, the medium you're in. I'm super interested in, you know, how we deal with violence in games, how we sometimes confuse that with heroism. And we say, well, you're a dark, twisted hero with a, you know, with a horrible backstory. You lost your family. No, go out and slay 60 level 1 warriors. and that is a strange narrative, but I love it because I'm a gamer. I'm not, you know, so I'm interested in those. Exploring that. I'm probably going to fail, and it's not a preachy game by any means, but that's an interesting... So I think people come up with bleak settings to explore that.
Yeah,
and especially with this... Before that, I had made a game, Overon scored, never finished it, and it was very dark. And it was dark for dark's sake, about the afterlife. And I couldn't even finish it myself. It was too dark. So this has it has a positive feel when you're playing.
There's some humanity.
Yeah. And then you're on a bird and it looks great, and then occasionally I just want to pull you down.
Okay.
Show me some birds.
That's right. Well, going to skip every of the story missions in the game. We'll have these battle map sequences. I'm
a good sense of the world and the world building.
Yeah, where you need to go, and so here we are on the back. I'll quickly skip to photo mode.
People seem to like the name of the city, Dunkel.
Dunkel, yeah.
They are curious. What do you call people from Dunkel? Are they
Dunkelites? I don't know. Dunkelites. I have no idea, man. So you can also see how minimal my art style is. I don't use any textures. There's an entire video to be done on that. So that's the dude riding a giant falcon. It's not an airplane, so gameplay-wise, you're going to need to learn how to manage your speed, because you know these big birds are all about conserving energy, and also if you talk to fighter pilots, they're always talking about energy, you know, conserving. So there's a blue bar at the bottom that fills up when you gain speed. That's like your potential energy, and then you can use it to do acrobatics, little emergency dives. But so if you rise up to meet an enemy force, you need to be careful because you might not have the energy to avoid people and do these, you know, quick. And because it's like you're really throwing around the birds. You can do a small strafe to the left, but you can also make a full 180 in that mode.
Does wind come into this?
There's these. I just passed one. There's these updrafts, a little bit Zelda-esque. In a little bit, it's on my wish list to maybe do wind, but it just really always throws you off in a game that's already going to throw quite a lot lot of combat layers at you.
Let's remind everyone, you're one man.
I'm one guy, just very old. And well, not very old. So this is the ship we're going to be escorting. Like I said, it's a nice tall ship. It's a beefy, old-style combat ship.
Wow.
I've got my little wingman with me. Well, he's not little, he's giant. He's eager to fight. I command him with my D-pad, with you know, to attack or guard myself or attack a target. It's your basic arcade flyer game. So with that, tricks, I can, you know, see. He's just saying the same thing until we reach the next stage of the mission.
Were you inspired by any kind of game, aerial flight games?
So people come up with Panzer Dragoon. That we didn't have a Sega when I grew up.
Yeah.
So not that. Although I do like the art style and doing things different. But Crimson Skies, I played a lot of TIE Fighter when I was young, and it had, you know, remember when you're playing and then an interdictor would, you know, hyperspace in, and I just love that kind of epic battles. Lots of Red Baron and those dynamics.
Okay, you're speaking directly to my heart.
So the combat you're going to see is very
World War I.
It has a, well, yeah. But if you play it long enough, you'll, I'll do a little.
Ooh. So nice floating cam. The camera moves nicely.
Yeah. You have full stick control on the can orbit, and then I can press it to keep the camera locked on target. It's really. I find people who don't play a lot of flight games get a little confused, and then it takes about 15 minutes for them to get into it, and then you get that situational awareness you really need in. Hey, they're carrying all kinds of lasers and stuff on their back, and it is that. Oh, got a pirate skiff going on. You can target each part of the skiff, the guns, the sails. They'll be doing the same, and we can sort of see if we can get them to stop. So that stuff comes out. You can even, if you're lucky, like turrets will explode and go critical and do splash damage on adjacent sub-targets. I think I'm wondering, let's try. Well, my ship is wandered off somewhere.
So outside of lasers, what are other weaponry?
There's a more traditional snipey gun.
Okay.
It's more got tracer fire. There's like an arm cannon, which is just basically a fucking cannon. Oh, sorry, pardon my French.
It's fine.
It's a big cannon, and those come in different quality grades. So you can find a rusted one or a really fine handworked one. You can upgrade your bird. There's mutagens. That'll improve the stats. We had the different classes at the beginning. So we've ended up fighting against a little blimp. I think that's what you call them over here. Or Zeppelin, or dirigible if you're from Britain. It's a pirate skull ship. And again, here things become much more fun to shoot stuff off to fall to the floor, especially if the big guns from the ship...
okay, so it has individual parts you can
target because sometimes you can see, so you can shoot off the sails, and it'll become nicer if the big guns come to bear.
There it goes.
So, and now it lost a little bit of loot there, which I can use, because your weapons are electricity based, and so it's bombing. It's gonna come up from the waves. And it'll charge my backpack, and because it's a red one, I now have red weapons that are incendiary in nature.
Oh, cool.
So you can change the gun, but you can also change your ammo. You can buy those at the store as well.
There's some heavy customization between.
Well, I wouldn't say heavy custom. I don't want to overhype anything, but there's a fair amount of customization, and that in itself is part of. So here we go. I think one of the turrets might have gone critical there. Oh, there's still one of those. So when this goes into proper, that was a tiny blimp, and they go up to like capital ship size.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because you mentioned TIE Fighter, and one of my favorite things was like just basically being invincible and like running up against the Star Destroyer and just picking it apart turret by turret.
Yeah, you can do that. It'd be good to have friends, because it's always good to have some Corvette or a big friendly fighter come up to you. But yeah, definitely.
Some
and there's
big
the wingmans come in different shapes. So the Mancers, they have dragons. If we have time, I can show that. And they're like heavy fighters.
Oh, rad, yeah.
So I'm gonna wrap up and show you some other stuff soon. But the storms that come up, it's procedural, so that's why it's super dark. But you can pick up stuff. So there's air mines and sea mines.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And I've done this mission 1,000 times, so I know exactly how to pick them up. And we're going to see if we can, a little bit vulnerable, I can't do any acrobatics or special moves. But I know there's hidden in the clouds here, there's a fortress, and it's got a bunch of fixed emplacements. Here we go. And I'm going to see if I can drop it. Oh, I missed it.
Oh, bummer.
Live
demo, it happens.
Live demo. There you
go.
So it hit the rock wall. So that's a little bit of what I like. I like that that you get into it's pretty easy, and then there are these slightly more skill-based challenges.
You can extend your skill and like personal challenge.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, it'll become more casual combat. Gotcha. There's a little bit of auto aim to help you with leading the target and stuff like that. There's
it's just beautiful. Like this lighting is so nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the fact that I don't use any textures, it forces me to do things differently.
Yeah.
And you have to do crazy stuff, but it all becomes so consistent. So there's some barrage balloons here. I'm a bit of a history buff, so you get entangled by the balloon. Oh no!
Oh no!
You can barrel roll away with this guy.
Oh my God!
I just watched Saving Private Ryan.
Okay,
what was the balloons on the beach for? But they were to stop strafing fighters from strafing the beach.
All right.
So I thought, wow, if I lived in a world with, people on giant birds with guns, I'd have those.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So that is a civilian. That's about fighting the pirates. I'm not going to spoil too much.
Okay.
But I was talking about how this world has a lot of.
Now, Falconeer.
I'm going to cheat. and unlock this.
Ascend now,
It
Falconeer.
has a lot of secrets, like for instance the mall.
the
We'll
map.
visit that later maybe.
Ascend now,
Um,
Falconeer.
And these guys, we're joining the men's. They know everything. So joining them later on in the story means you get a lot of answers, but you also get to protect some of the sites where people might find stuff they're not supposed to find.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna do that, and it ties into my theme because I get gamers to say, it's an ocean world because he's lazy, well, and there's certainly a part of me that wants to be efficient with the world I make.
Sure.
And I also like everything's in motion, you know. There's no, and there's ships bobbing, but there's part of me that also wanted that secrecy and then opening up the ocean, and then people go, huh? And I want people to think when they're playing, there's these things we're gonna visit now, they can be anywhere, so you can just find them because it's an open world, touchdown, but now we're gonna protect them.
Gotcha.
So it's a little, you know, fiddling with the expectations of players and subverting them to go, oh, you know, there's more. Oh no, don't push me up.
Any underwater diving?
Well, this is
How do you feed your bird?
Whoa. Okay.
this is how we go underwater.
That answers
So,
your question.
There you go.
There's also tunnels you can dive in, old lava tubes. There's an entire faction that
neat.
lives there. We're blowing those up. So we're gonna have to kill some. I don't know who the enemies in this mission are. Oh, it's the Imperials. So this is one of the side missions. So it doesn't have the animated battle maps. It's much more go there, make some money, you know, take out this bounty.
Oh, and these are, I'm seeing these dragon.
Yeah, I'm calling them weavers because I don't know why. It's from a previous game. Like, I actually the first demo I made was with this dragon or a early prototype. Oh no. And then I thought that dragon flying games, it's been done. I can't handle that. And I just put this guy on the bird. Oh wow, I'm really bumping it. I should focus on the game. There's a break as well to prevent that from happening.
Cool.
It's a really close furball. So it's depending on where they spawn, they can be in slow fights or fast fights. Because they have the same physics. So if they dive down to target, they all speed up, and the furball, the combat scene will open up quite a bit.
That's right.
You sort of have to get it in your head. Think like a bird, not like a plane.
Yeah, well, people, it's not a Souls-like. So I'd like everybody to have that experience of diving in and going, yes, I zoomed in, he's gone. Have that zoom and boom, you know, see the trails. There's these pictures from World War I where they were trying, you know, air combat scenes.
Yeah.
And there's all these nice big smoke trails and stuff. I like those, you know. And there's dramatic skies and.
These are some dramatic skies.
Yeah.
Nice
If we have,
yeah, we have a little bit more time.
I'll
a little bit more
see
time.
if I can do for you guys something special
Oh.
and show. It's not going to be in the game in this shape because it's just me spawning a battle,
Ascend now,
and they'll be more managed. So there'll be big set pieces, but they'll be more managed than what we're going to do now. Oh, we're going to fight against the biological faction. So
The
we're gonna
biological facts.
well, it's some guys that found some tech because that's what you do in this world.
Yeah.
And they found it, and it contains biotech stuff. So and they've been adapting the creatures of the sea to fly.
Oh my God.
So there's a giant eel there.
Into
there's some
it.
manta ray.
Into it. Birds versus eels.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
So I'm gonna dive in. There's these horseshoe crab typed
Oh my God.
fighting these the steamers. How do you call it? Ironclads actually.
This is absolute mayhem.
Yeah, it's normally you would be guided in, and it's more like when you're talking about a TIE fight, which you get in a battleship, assisted. Oh my God, it's a trap, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But of course, you're going to have. It's useless intervening because there's now so many guns on every target.
You're toast.
You're toast.
Right on.
And I'm running this on a laptop, so it's still going decently 60. If it's not 60 FPS, I'm gonna cry.
So we're gonna be running low on time here. Gosh, it's so visually just.
Yeah.
So the Falconeer, what's your kind of general release plan?
2020. So I'm not allowed to say anything else than that.
Sure. I mean, you're still making it.
You're still making it, but you can see there's a lot there. So it's definitely not. It's definitely 2020.
Yeah, you're one man. It's done when it's done.
It's done. It's done. Yeah. Right on.
And I'm guessing just opening with PC first.
It's an Xbox first, that's what they're calling it
Xbox
now.
first.
So, and
PC
Microsoft's
and
super great. It's Xbox
Gotcha.
console exclusive and also coming to PC.
Awesome.
Hey,
So,
right on.
yeah, you can already wishlist on Steam.
Right on. So go do that. Anywhere people should follow you on Twitter, or like if they want to follow you.
There's an
follow
at
development?
Falconeer, definitely. There's the at Falconeer Dev if you want to follow
Gotcha.
the development story, see the crazy stuff I wake up and make happen it live.
It's because I would go do that because it's been fantastic to see your videos and gifs and,
Thanks,
and
man.
such as you release them over the months. But that's the Falconeer. It's, as you can tell, gorgeous and
Had me sold on birds with lasers.
yeah. I mean, like, how do you not?
Yeah, like,
and now we know eels with lasers.
Yeah, like,
Eels with lasers. There's a giant crab city with
Giant
guns on
crab
it.
city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
saying everything I want to
Yeah.
hear.
And that's well, yeah, you didn't even know that, but yeah, there's.
Oh, someone in chat says it's Falconeer.
No, it's so
coming
you have
out
a
soon.
falconer who's someone who handles falcons, and then if you're atop a giant falcon with lasers, you're a falconeer.
Well, he was just making a joke about the release date. Falconeer.
Oh, it's Falconeer. Yeah, it's well.
Thanks, Heartless.
You can go out to PAX and play it,
Yeah.
and feel how far it's come along. Experience the gameplay. Feedback to me if you don't like it.
Yep.
I do listen. There's a Discord for this. I enjoy engaging with people and hearing their ideas, and it triggers me. I'm that kind of guy.
Right on.
So
Right on.
yeah,
Well, thanks for coming and
Thank you.
showing it off.
Wow.
sure.
The Falconeer will be
Falconeer.
back with more video games.
Hard Space Shipbreaker coming up.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Bye.